Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. This is Zach with Zach Attack Cards, bringing you another exciting opening. This time we have Metal Universe Avengers from Upper Deck. Still have the little Skybox name, but I think that's just a subdivision of Upper Deck at this point. So, don't always have to do sports cards. I love comics, as I think I've mentioned on the channel before. Love reading comics and love Metal Universe. So the fact that they put out a little set that kind of combines both of those, it was definitely a buy for me. I will certainly do the full review here and let you know if you should also be looking for these. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead and dive right in. So unfortunately, y'all know the story with the new Metal Universe stuff. Not quite as cool as the old stuff from the 90s. Doesn't have the same, like aliens and stuff chasing, the players or the stars or whatever it happens to be. But they still look very nice, and it's definitely something that I look to pick up when it comes to AEW. And now that there's some comic-based ones, I'll be looking for them a bit more often as well. But all kinds of stuff that you can look for in here. We'll take a spin around the box once we get them all open. These retail for $30 to $35, depending on where you get them from. They've just begun to show up in stores in my area, but I picked these up from Target.com. Get a little bit of a discount on them, which is always nice. Let's take the packs out, and then we'll kind of go from there. Cool pack arts. But comics are just amazing. It's one thing they've figured out. It's, the fact that the more relatable you make the characters, the more... Whoa, whack the camera there. I do apologize for that. But the more relatable you make the characters, the more human their issues tend to be. The more people can identify with them, and the better the comic tends to be. And Marvel has definitely figured that out. I'm also a fan of DC, though. I definitely read my fair share of DC. Mostly Batman when it comes to DC, but there's a whole host of good characters. But here we go. 6 cards per pack. 6 packs per box, so you're gonna get 36 cards. So even if you pay the 35 bucks, at least you're still getting a little bit better than $1 a card. Metal Universe Avengers. There's a little look at the Thor. Collect the Blaster exclusive Copper FX parallel cards. And what do we have over here? We have Discover Original Art Sketch cards and Comic Cut Memorabilia cards, as well as the Taskmaster. We already did that one. Oh, and there we go. There's the different things you can hope to find here, with, it looks like Platinum Portraits being the most difficult pull at 1 in 7,200 packs, which is nuts. But love that Captain America Palladium card as well. But if you've opened up other metal products within the last year or so, as I have with the AEW, it's not really anything all that different. The cards look relatively similar. They just have, obviously, Avengers on them. But here we go. Kicking it off with the Wasp. Very nice look to them. We have... kind of hard to read some of them. Claw. Wow, that was special. The Enchantress. Sweet art there. There's the man, Wolverine. Y'all seen Deadpool and Wolverine, I hope, by now. That was a tremendous, tremendous movie. And then here's our first bronze, which I think you get in every pack. Or copper. Copper, that's what it is. There's also bronze, which maybe we'll get one and we'll check it out. And we have Titania as our first Grandiose, which is super nice. I think you get one of these per blaster. But look at that effect. Very cool. And obviously, the bigger the name of the characters, like if it was the Wolverine on the Grandiose, like there's much more value to them. Same with Spider-Man and that kind of stuff. Here's Ghost Rider, another tremendous character that I hope they're going to put out some more stuff, some movies or whatever. I was even a fan of the Nick Cage stuff, to be honest, because Ghost Rider's just always been one of my favorite characters. We have a nice zoomed-in shot of War Machine, Wonder Man. There's Black Panther. And we have our next Copper, Ant-Man. That's a nice one. And Kang the Conqueror, who unfortunately seems to be written out of the MCU due to the actor's actions. But that's a nice one. Captain America on the pack art. Certainly let me know in the comments if you like comics and things like that. Do you like comic book movies? That seems to be the preferred media nowadays for comic-ish consumption. Got Yellow Jacket, Quasar. Ooh, Hulkling. That's cool. Love how they have some shots that are closer up, some that aren't, you know, so bad. Tiger Shark. And when you think about it, too, almost everybody's been an Avenger at some point. So that's why you see plenty of villains and stuff. Mockingbird's our next Copper. And Kate Bishop, who basically eventually replaces Hawkeye in most timelines. But yeah, there was a tremendous book I picked up years ago from whether it was Barnes & Noble or Borders or whatever bookstore it was back in the day. There was a complete guide at that time. Obviously, it's out of date now, I'm sure. But it was a complete guide of all the characters that have ever been Avengers. You know, not bad. It was maybe that thick, something like that. And it was like brief biographies of each character. Super cool stuff. Super cool. We have some Kree. And we have the Skrulls. Of course, can't have the Kree without the Skrulls. Spider-Man. Look at that. That's so cool. And Black Widow. Another nice one. What is this? Ooh, Luke Cage. And our Copper is Lionheart. A Marvel Metal. Oh, I think this is the throwback. Once again, similar to the AEW ones, they have the retro series. And that is so cool. I never collected the original, whether it was X-Men or Avengers or whatever. There was a metal set made back in the 90s, but I wasn't as big into comics at that time. At least not superhero comics. I was reading more Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That was my jam when I was younger. And it still is. The new stuff's great. Especially the last Ronin storyline. Oh, great stuff. Miles Morales. We have Jessica Jones. Classic Winter Soldier shot. Followed by the Human Torch. And our Copper is the Serpent Society. And Blade. Oh, Blade. Love it. Blade's so cool. Another awesome dark character. And our last pack of the first blaster. So you can get numbered stuff. I think there's even autos and such. Very difficult to get when it comes to this stuff. And I also don't think you can get like jambalaya and stuff like that from these. Let's see, Metal X, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I think those are exclusive to the hobby boxes, which are very expensive. The closest one to me, the store that had one, was like $400, which was crazy. Citizen V. We have Graviton. Blue Marvel. We have Wiccan. Followed by another Copper, this time Justice. And MODOK. So nothing incredible in there. Obviously, we had the retro as well as the one Grandiose, which we'll see if it holds true for one per blaster going forward. But we're just going to dive right into the other two. See what we get. Iron Fist. Also a very small set. That's important to point out. So there would definitely be some duplicates as we open these. Does it say it on here? I'm not seeing how big the base set is. So I want to say it's like 100, maybe 200 cards. So it's definitely going to be dupes. Iron Fist, very cool. Ooh, Beast. Love me some X-Men. And plenty of them have been Avengers. Quicksilver. We have Speed. Iron Man. And a somewhat different version, or at least a different Claw, I believe was, as with many of these characters, played by different people. Iron Man Copper. That is a very nice one. Probably the best Copper we've pulled so far. And like I said, they do have some value when you pull the bigger name guys in parallels. So for those of you that are into that kind of thing, something to keep an eye on. Norman Osborn. Thanos was an Avenger at one point. May shock a lot of people. Iron Lad. Grey Gargoyle. Yellow Jacket as our Copper, and Captain Marvel. One thing I will say about this set, it's much more focused on the what do you call it, the parallels. There's very few inserts, which is a little bit disappointing. Like, I love the retro. Definitely hope to get a couple more maybe in this opening, but way more concerned with the parallels. Scarlet Witch, we got Ant-Man, Lionheart, and Justice, followed by Beetle on the Copper, and our Grandiose is the Serpent Society. So not the best names so far for the Grandiose, but still got one more blaster, so should have at least one more of those to check out. Moon Knight, excellent stuff. Another really cool character. That's the other thing that's so nice about the comics is they really figure out a nice way to kind of make each character their own. There's Falcon. They have very like specific voices, I feel like, which is really cool. It must be very hard to do, especially when you've written several. Grim Reaper. There's the Luke Cage base. Wonder Man on the Copper, and Vision. That would have been a cool one to get in Copper. Ooh, there we go. Dread Knight. Really having some deep cuts here. Dread Knight to Ronin. Red Skull, also an Avenger. Radioactive Man. And the Grim Reaper is our Copper, followed by Ronin. And last pack. So no insert so far, unless maybe it's in this pack. Ooh, we did get a gold. Unfortunately, it's the scrolls. But we will get to that in a second. Ms. Marvel. Kang the Conqueror. Tigra. Spectrum. Our Copper's Black Panther. Very nice. And the scrolls are gold. So look at that. That's not bad. Not numbered, I don't believe. No. But these are... Let's see what these are real fast. Can we grab it real fast? Grandiose, first of all, 1 in 9 packs. So I guess they're not guaranteed. 1 per box. Gold is 1 in 24. So... not a bad pull there, but considering the amount of packs, actually it wouldn't be, we don't have 24 packs, we only have 18, so not a bad pull there. There's Spider-Man, as we start to see some duplicates. Black Widow, Miles Morales. Yeah, we got an insert. Yeah, let's go. It's Beast. Loving it. That is the Palladium. Oh, look at that. P17. Wouldn't have it any other way. Like I said, I love the X-Men. So that is sweet. Titania. And there's Hulk, finally. Old school Hulk drawing. Titania on the Copper. so cool. Probably won't be buying any more of these if I had to guess. Probably just going to pick up some singles at different shows. Jessica Jones, Winter Soldier, Human Torch. We have Gray Gargoyle on the copper. And Arachne on, well, just the base. We'll have to see how close we are to putting the set together when we're all said and done. We just pulled another gold. I turned it over real quick so that it's a bit of a surprise as to who it is. Graviton, Blue Marvel, Wiccan. We got Darkhawk. Another sweet, sweet illustration. Songbird on the copper. And the gold is Sentry. Oh, man. One of the most powerful dudes in the Marvel Universe. That is awesome. Oh, very cool. Let's put that in front of Beast. So this one's clearly the best blaster. So the third one out of all three that we've opened today. Getting the Palladium, which, let's see, what's a Palladium? Is that an easy pull? I don't want to waste too much of your time. 1 in 48. So not bad at all. Basically twice as difficult to get as the gold. We have Enchantress. We got Wolverine, Ghost Rider, War Machine, Copper Black Panther. Let's go. And Taskmaster. If you're wondering, I believe everything over 100 considered high series. So I do apologize for not knowing, but that's why you're seeing two different coppers as opposed to, you know, the one that we've already seen for Black Panther, which is his base. There you go. How cool is that? And you'll notice this one is numbered 8. So a little bit of a high-low series chase, which is pretty cool. 2 packs left to go, and then we'll be all done and all through with this opening. Wonder Man, Black Panther again, Yellow Jacket. We have Quasar. We have Absorbing Man. That's an interesting one. And Lionheart once again. And last pack. We get a little last pack magic. Oh, we got our Grandiose in this one, so that'll probably be where we end it. Did not see who it was, so let's fingers crossed for one of the top names. Tiger Shark. We got Kree, Skrulls. Our copper is Scarlet Witch. That's so cool. And Super Adaptoid. Wow. This is from October 1st, 1967. Crazy. But Scarlet Witch, once again, in the high series. But that is just a sweet illustration. So, there you have it. Yeah, that's a little spin around. A little semi-quick, in almost 19 minutes, opening of 3 blasters of Metal Universe Avengers. But definitely a buy. If you're a comic book fan, if you're an Avengers movie fan, there's definitely enough here. And there's even more value and fun, I'm sure, in singles. But the retro ones are a standout, as well as obviously the acetate Palladium, which is just, that's just so cool. But anyway, with that said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up, get you guys on out of here. If you could head down below, click the subscribe button, click the like while you're there if you like weird-ish openings like this. I like to bring this stuff to you whenever I find something that, you know, tickles the fancy, piques the interest, whatever you want to call it. And as I've said, love comic books, so combining that with trading cards is a no-brainer. But if you click the like, click the subscribe, come along for the ride. We'd love to have you for sure. We do all kinds of openings, mostly sports stuff, but every now and again we sprinkle some interesting stuff in like this as well as all kinds of card show pickups and things like that, where you'll also see cards and such of this nature. But we put out videos every Monday and Friday. And the last thing to say is just thank you, as I say try to say at the end of each and every one of my videos, because it's important to me. I just want to say thank you. Thank you guys so much. It's tremendous. It's such a great community to be a part of, and you guys are incredible. And interfacing with you guys, whether it's in comments or in person, is just, it's a real highlight. So thank you guys so very, very much. But once again, we'll go ahead and quit the rambling. We will catch you in the next video. Peace.